this is the structure of the cell membrane. Okay, so the cell membrane, it's composed of, say, um, similar things. Like I told you that the plasma membrane that's covering the cell is the cell membrane, right? So the composition will be the same, right? So you see there are so firstly you see this bilipid layer, right? You could see those heads, you know, on both the sides, and so these heads are basically water loving, so that they are called as hydrophilic heads. Okay, so they are facing the outer world, whereas the tails that you see, they are hydrophobic, so they are kind of scared and they don't want to face the environment or maybe the water, so they are hydrophobic, right? The tails are hydrophobic and the heads are hydrophilic. That is, hydrophilic is water loving and hydrophobic is water heating. The tails are water hating, whereas the heads are water loving, and that is why this arrangement, you see that the heads are on the exteriors, you know, on the ends, and the tails are in the inside, and that's how they make this slice. And then you see the embedded proteins. This is a channel protein, this is the alpha helix protein that you see the carbohydrates, the chains of the carbohydrate that we just talked about under plasma membrane, isn't it? And then you see there are glycoproteins, there's cholesterol, there's integral protein like this one, right? And then there is peripheral protein like this one, and then globular protein like this one. So what all different components are there, which we could see under the cell membrane? You could see, let's go on again. You see the glycoprotein, you see the cholesterol, you see integral protein, you see the peripheral protein, the channel protein, through which, you know, the channel is made for things, you know, to allow them to enter or exit. You see the alpha helix protein, you see globular protein, you see the glycoprotein, right? And the carbohydrates. So all is that which makes your cell membrane, and this is a very, very beautiful three-dimensional structure. You could see how this lipid bilayer is opening, right? It's opening like this, and you could see the glycoproteins and the carbohydrate and the integral protein, and you see the channel protein here, and you could see the lipid layer. So two layers. So this is the first layer, this is the second layer, right? So it's such a beautiful structure. So the cell membrane acts as a physical barrier between the organelles of a cell and its cytoplasm, and it surrounds the environment and its surrounding environment, right? So the membrane, the cell membrane, basically acts as a physical barrier between the organelles, the components of the cell, and its cytoplasm, because there's cytoplasm inside the cell, and the organelles are